Amita?
Hello. Welcome back to FBI Season 6, Episode 8 Review. Gives Tiffany half her due attention. Tiffany Wallace is prominently featured in FBI Season 6, Episode 8, Phantom. However, the CBS series does not fully explore her character. The following includes big spoilers from FBI Season 6, Episode 8, Phantom, which aired Tuesday, April 9 on CBS. Phantom has good intentions for Agent Tiffany Wallace, but it never quite gets her there. Phantom follows up on Hobbs' murder story thread and investigates the ongoing impact his death has on Tiffany, as written by showrunner and Dick Wolf universe veteran Rick Eade. However, the show pulls its punches in an attempt to compress her emotional journey into a 42-minute time frame. Coincidentally premiering on the same day that the entire FBI brand was renewed, Phantom demonstrates why CBS intends to keep the flagship show running until at least Season 9. The original FBI features the strongest cast of the 3 episodes, as well as one of Wolf's best ensembles overall. This episode underlines that. However, it does not make the dramatic leap that the performances would easily support. It's interesting to remember that Rick Eade is the former showrunner of Chicago PD, and is presently managing the Law and Order Resurrection, because what the FBI does in Phantom unwittingly exemplifies what distinguishes this Dick Wolf series from the other two. The first several minutes of this episode appear to be just another case of the week as Maggie Bell and her partner, Oa Zidane, investigate the murder of James Sun. When one of Sun's army colleagues discloses that the victim was an ammunition specialist who is upset about being passed over for advancement, the audience can predict where the tale will lead. The Sun's explosives are now in the wrong hands. However, Phantom accelerates the plot dramatically. If this were an episode of Chicago PD, the intelligence unit would spend the entire hour identifying the killer, hunting them down, and then making an action-packed arrest, because the show's scope is different and its stories are more about the chase. However, in FBI, the viewer recognizes the suspect before the team does. He is instantly handcuffed and almost immediately confesses to the crime. That's because it's clearing the way for Tiffany's central, character-driven plot of seeking vengeance for the loss of Agent Trevor Hobbs, who was shot by al-Shabaab leader Hakim Surin earlier in Season 6. The FBI leads with its characters more effectively than the Chicago Police Department does, and Law and Order is well known for prioritizing story over character development. When Phantom drops the link between Sun's death and al-Shabaab, the episode begins to make sense. It establishes an evident purpose of investigating Tiffany's guilt over Hobbs' death and determining how far she will go to exact retribution. It's a sympathetic and emotional subject, but the show doesn't fully explore it, instead returning to a traditional TV crime drama conclusion. The FBI focuses on Special Agent Tiffany Wallace. Catherine Renee Kane and John Boyd carry the episode. The apparent necessity for making a TV program centered largely on one character is that the actor portraying that character must carry the entire production. Catherine Renee Kane not only appears in the bulk of the scenes in Phantom, but her character Tiffany Wallace is also the center of most of those situations, either physically or because she is mentioned. The FBI lost something great when Ebony Knoll did not return for Season 3, but Kane has proven herself to be a fine successor over the course of 4 seasons. She's asked to portray a wide range of emotions over the hour, including despair, worry, wrath, and paranoia. An intriguing part of Eade's script for Phantom is that it permits the viewer to grow concerned about, and even annoyed by, Tiffany's behavior. The audience is not expected to automatically agree with her. Tiffany is very much in her own universe throughout, and Kane's performance reflects this, as her character's interactions with the rest of the FBI ensemble appear disconnected. John Boyd also gets more screen time when Tiffany's partner Stuart Scola seeks to check in on her, demonstrating how far Boyd has come since his role as junior FBI agent James Aubrey in the final 3 seasons of Fox's iconic crime drama Bones. Scola would eat Aubrey for breakfast, while Boyd provides the grounded presence that balances Kane's high-energy performance. His facial expressions at the scene where Scola and Tiffany argue about whether or not Hakim is in a nightclub reveal far more than the dialogue. The audience can tell he doesn't trust her and is concerned about how this is impacting her. Thank you for watching, and don't hesitate to leave a comment below.